Apple claims that the AI is just imitation thinking, provocation, or ground truth. Today we will find out. My name is Ilya. I spent last 15 years creating products that you all well know: Revolut business, Monzo business, and even site with Disney heroes. Today I will break down for you this complex concept, and we will talk about two Kahneman's thinking systems, chain of thought, Apple's crazy experiment, and more importantly, we will find out when it is great to use reasoning models. Let's start from the beginning.
Can a robot write a symphony? Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece?
Can you?
You know Kahneman's book Thinking Fast and Slow, right? AI has learned to switch between these two systems too. System 1 is fast and automatic, System 2 is slow and analytical. System 1 understands words, operate habits, and we use it 95% of the time. System 2 deals with more complex concepts like logic and math, but we use it only 5% of the time because our brain strives for energy efficiency. ChatGPT is System 1, fast thinking, where you can get almost instantly answer for your question. Just recently there is a huge trend towards reasoning models like DeepSeek R1. Reasoning models can deal with more complex things like logic and solve math problems. And you know what? Google learned a way to switch between these two systems in just one phrase. In 2023, Google made a discovery. They added one magical phrase, think step by step, and answers accuracy increased significantly. Let's imagine a math problem. Jury is reading a book, 120 pages book. Yesterday she read 12 pages. Today she read twice as yesterday. How many pages does she need to read tomorrow to have only half remaining? The answer accuracy for such kind of questions was only 19%. Then Google added a magical phrase, think step by step, and answer accuracy increased to 79%. Miracle, right? And this is just a beginning model. Language models can do much more than that. If you find this information helpful, please like and subscribe. This way YouTube will know that this content is valuable and will help others find it as well. Brain scientists describe default mode as an activity when our brain simultaneously explores different options for a particular problem, like brain wandering. Anthropic looked inside and found actually the same thing. In default mode, our brain builds like a map of different facts and then trying to find different other options how it can solve particular problem. So Anthropic traced the way AI will summarize two numbers, let's say 36 and 59. It turns out that it uses actually the same mechanism. The one way will be trying to approximate the end number, let's say something from 88 to 97, and another one will try to figure out the last digit, definitely 5. So the way AI thinks and our brain thinks is actually very similar, very close. DeepSeek conducted what seemed like a crazy experiment. They trained their model without showing any real examples. They were just stimulating right behavior. So what happened? On day one, the model was producing pure nonsense. For the right answers, they were giving rewards. For the wrong answers, they were giving nothing, like in reinforcement learning. On day 3, some things started to emerge. The model started to understand the structure in data, and on day 7, the breakthrough model learned itself how to solve different mathematical problems. Nobody taught it. So this is the way how DeepSeek R1 was actually born, with X5 accuracy in math tests. So it turns out you can grow thinking from chaos, right? Do you remember Dinosaur from Google Chrome, my favorite game? With every attempt, you're getting better and better, you're going further and further. And it is interesting to know how actually AI can play games. Apple conducted experiment. They gave AI 4 different games: Tower of Hanoi, Crossing River, Checkers, and Block Worlds. Difficulty was adjusted by a number of elements, for example, blocks on a tower, or number of people that you need to help cross the river. And it turns out that the AI plays really well until 5 elements, and after that accuracy is drastically decreasing. And what is more interesting, that after 10 elements it stops actually put a lot of effort. So amount of thinking tokens, thinking chains that they produce is drastically decreasing. And unlike AI, humans can play easily with 10-15 elements and sometimes even more. And some animals like monkeys can do really well with 3, 4, or 5. So what is your favorite game? Write in comments. Scientists identified main 6 types of reasoning, and AI mastered far from all of them. Sometimes we reason from general to specific, sometimes from specific to general. Occasionally we transfer knowledge from one area to another by analogy, and this is just a short list of everything that we can do. AI has mastered reasoning from specific to general. It finds really well structures and patterns in data, and it is actively developing new abilities. But the question is at what level? We as humans spend millions of years in evolution developing many different cognitive systems. AI has 2, 3, maybe 5 so far from them, and one of them is far from human level, but probably much better than a monkey. And that is great because we can use it to automate routine that we all don't want to do and don't like. Question: will it learn? Probably, but it will require more breakthroughs. Write in the comments what you think. Thinking models take 30 times longer to produce an answer. 18 seconds instead of a fraction of it. So when does it worth to use it? Remember 2 thinking systems. One is fast and another one is analytical. ChatGPT can write you answers really fast and find analogies, and reasoning model can break down complex problems into elements. So use reasoning models to make plans, comparisons, and basic models, ordinary models, is really great when you need to deal with speed or creativity. So things like text writing, summaries would be really great for them. And sometimes you can think that you can use reasoning models for anything, but it can be actually overkill. So imagine a system where you have thousands of documents and you need to summarize all of them. So if you will use reasoning model, it will probably take something like 30 minutes to complete instead of just several seconds. So it is very important to pick a right tool for your task. Write down in the comments how you are using today reasoning models.